So Goblin Slayer came out and everyone's freaking out because it had a rape scene. Not only that, but apparently it has bad writing. Am I the only person who sees what it was trying to do in setting its tone? Why is it so hard to believe these rookie mercenaries who are confident in their abilities to fight low-tier creatures that are known for being pathetic and weak be so sure of themselves to win, then get utterly beaten because they were ill-equipped, cocky, and underestimating their enemy, while also not looking at their surroundings and area because they lack experience? The guild isn't going to teach them that. It's a freaking mercenary place where people offer their skills in service to random contracts. People may warn them about a certain contract being really tough. Ultimately, it's the person's decision to pick what they think fits their criteria. So people blatantly saying, oh, if the rookies died, the goblins all the time when why said rookies to deal with them. Maybe it's because they don't, and ultimately it's the person's choice. Also, why would the guild care? I mean, it is the mercenaries' fault for being so ill-equipped. Also, goblins are viewed as nothing more than pests, so I doubt people are lining up to deal with this threat. The way it sets its tone at the beginning demonstrates not only how people see goblins, but also how they underestimate them, resulting in, well, this. So you can see how so many people just die because of that fact. People are saying Goblin Slayer is disgusting because it has a rape scene. That's not even shown, it's more like implied if anything. So let me ask you this, how come when Berserk does it, it's fine? When it shows a fully fledged out, way more shown rape scene, it's just automatically removed. It's because it's showing the characters in the story, and how he's built up and stuff. Okay, why is it not acceptable here? If anything, it's doing one of the most crucial things in writing, and that's showing, not telling. It's showing you how cruel, merciless, and disgusting the goblins are. It's showing you how they treat their captives and invaders. It's showing you how they survive and preserve their kind because there are no girl goblins. And when all of that is shown, Goblin Slayer comes in and kills them, which is the whole payoff. You're rooting for him because he's killing these horrible, disgusting creatures. It also shows you how Goblin Slayer, a man who has had years of experience, compares to the ill-equipped rookies that tried and failed horribly, and how knowing your enemy so well and coming in prepared makes a big difference. If anything, I praise Goblin Slayer for being so bold in the first place. You really don't see this type of gruesome storytelling anymore, and I think that's why people are so quick to judge it, despite the fact this isn't the first time a show has shown rape. Remember Future Diaries when a girl was gang raped? Yeah. I don't remember anyone shouting in the sky about that scene. Remember when Berserk, when a horse almost raped someone? I guess bestiality just isn't what it used to be. I don't know. Even in shows like Game of Thrones, which does it multiple times, but it's okay because it heightens the characters. Everyone is acting like this concept was never explored and is an entirely new way to convey how horrible a person is. Yet this has been used for years. Let's not let the horrible monster show how much of a horrible monster it is. I know rape is an awful thing that exists, so showing it conveys to the audience how awful the person or persons or thing is. It's not just showing it for the sake of the lols or to be edgy. It is used in an effective way that is appropriate for the show. So overall, the criticisms of Goblin Slayer being an edgy piece of trash also are just overall wrong. I consider the Titans trailer to be edgy. It appeals to the teen demographic and every single scene is overdramatic and dark with no more effort put in. While Goblin Slayer certainly isn't for children, it doesn't pander to a specific audience or demographic. At the end of the day, it's about a guy who hates goblins and wants to wipe them disgusting creatures from the world. The word edgy lost its meaning a long time ago. Among the masses, people throw that word around so much, it might as well be a meme at this point. I guess if this show is edgy, I guess Darth Vader must be pretty edgy because, you know, he has all that dark armor on. If I were to say anything worth criticizing about this show, it'd be that some of the fight scenes were a bit rough, but they went by so fast that it didn't inherently bother me. There is CGI in this, but again, it was used really effectively, and I didn't even notice it until the third viewing. And I guess it was somewhat irritating that they didn't explore the three rookies' backstories like in the manga, but ultimately it doesn't matter because they serve their purpose well enough, demonstrating how the goblins fight and how horrible they are. Now, of course, this series will have more grotesque imagery. As someone who has read the manga, there is more to come. And personally, I can't wait to see more stupid arguments against that type of content, when in fact, it is used well in means of this telling the story, and not oversaturated to the point that it loses its meaning. Now, of course, there are some people that can't stomach this type of stuff, and I'm not arguing against that at all. It's just, Some people can't. I understand completely. People are born differently. As for me, I feel like this is a fresh take on storytelling. Too many animes have come out where they're all just kind of feel the same, and it's not, and it's nice to see Goblin Slayer take a much needed different approach to telling a story and actually showing how the threat is an actual threat and not just some guy who says he's evil. And the payoff is he accomplished nothing and no one dies. The hero always has to win, but with Goblin Slayer, that's not always the case. Sometimes the hero dies horrifically, only to be saved when it's too late. And how the world doesn't always go the way you want it to, and it's not always sunshine and rainbows. Goblin Slayer